Pat sits at her cluttered kitchen table in New York, her lips moving silently, once full of speech, now trapped by a stroke. Yet her eyes sparkle with stories she can't voice aloud. Howard, miles away in California, stares hopelessly at a book he once loved, now just an indecipherable jumble of letters. What happens when the mind loses its window to the world? Oliver Sacks pulls you deep inside these altered lives, and what you find is nothing short of miraculous. Imagine navigating life utterly blind but sensing the world in ways you'd never expect. That's exactly what Pat and others teach us, a radical rewire of perception when vision fades. Pat lost her speech after a stroke but didn't vanish into silence. Instead, she communicated through vivid gestures and intense eye contact, proving that losing one mode of expression can awaken another. Her spirit wasn't dimmed, it found new fire in other channels. Think of the brain like a sprawling city. When a main road is closed, traffic reroutes through side streets and alleys. After vision is lost, the brain reroutes information flow, enhancing other senses like touch and smell, creating alternative maps of reality that are just as detailed, just less obvious. Blind individuals often develop rich sensory tapestries, feeling texture nuances, detecting subtle smells, or hearing faint shifts others miss. This hyper-awareness transforms their inner world, offering a unique, profound way to see life that most of us barely imagine. Howard faces a bizarre loss. He can still see perfectly, but the faces of loved ones are meaningless. How does that fracture happen, and what does it reveal about our brain's delicate wiring? Howard, a novelist once celebrated for his vivid descriptions, discovered he could no longer recognize his own children's faces. Objects and words were fine, but faces were puzzles missing critical pieces, turning love into confusion and anxiety. Our brain's face recognition system is a specialized network, like an expert codebreaker dedicated solely to decoding faces. When this codebreaker fails, the rest of the brain still works, but the social glue of recognizing a smile or frown shatters, revealing how finely tuned and fragile this process really is. Despite this challenge, Howard learned to infer close people's emotions and intentions through gestures and tones alone. Sacks shows us empathy isn't just spotting a face, it's actively imagining what another mind feels, a skill we all can practice to connect deeper. Oliver Sacks isn't just observer, he's a participant. His battle with an eye tumor brought strange visual symptoms that flipped his world upside down. What did he learn from seeing through both doctors' and patients' eyes? Sacks experienced his own brain's quirks firsthand when a tumor pressed on his optic nerve, causing phantom shapes and distortions, like shadows dancing at the edge of sight. These experiences weren't just symptoms, they were windows into how the brain fabricates our visual world. Our brain doesn't just record images like a camera, it actively interprets and fills gaps, sometimes creating illusions or distortions. Sacks called this a peek behind the curtain of visual perception, where the mind and eyes engage in a complex dance rather than delivering raw truth. Through his personal ordeal, Sacks gained fresh empathy and insight. His dual role as patient and doctor deepened his belief that medicine thrives on imagination and empathy, the ability to genuinely see through another's mind, a skill that makes us profoundly human. Remember Pat's silent, sparkling eyes and Howard's unrecognizable loved ones. Their stories prove perception isn't just about sight but about connection. Next time you feel stuck or overwhelmed, try shifting how you see the world, focus on senses you normally ignore. That's the start of training your own mind's eye, finding richness where you least expect it. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.